Throughout history, certain states have distinguished themselves by their overwhelming emphasis on military power. These militarized states prioritize martial values and institutions, often shaping their entire social, political, and economic structures around the needs of warfare. This essay examines 4 such states: ancient Sparta, the Ottoman Empire, Nazi Germany, and the Soviet Union. These states, despite their vastly different historical contexts, shared a common thread: an unwavering belief in military strength as the primary instrument of their rise to power and, ironically, a key factor in their eventual downfall. Their stories offer valuable insights into the seductive allure and ultimate peril of militarism. The study of militarized states is not just an academic exercise. It holds profound relevance in the 21st century, a time marked by complex geopolitical challenges and the resurgence of powerful militaries. By understanding the trajectories of these historical actors, we can glean valuable lessons about the delicate balance between military prowess and societal well-being. Ultimately, the history of militarized states serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that while military strength may be necessary for survival, its unchecked pursuit can ultimately undermine the very foundations of a lasting and prosperous society. In the rugged landscape of ancient Greece, Sparta stood as a stark anomaly. While its neighbours embraced democracy, philosophy, and artistic expression, Sparta forged a rigid, militaristic society. From the moment of birth, Spartan citizens were groomed for war. Spartan boys entered a goge, a brutal training regimen designed to hone their physical and mental resilience. This relentless focus on military excellence transformed Sparta into a formidable fighting force, feared throughout the Greek world. Their victory against the Persians at Thermopylae, though a defeat, became a legendary testament to Spartan courage and discipline. However, Sparta's militarism came at a steep price. Its rigid social structure stifled individual expression and innovation. The state's control over every aspect of life bred resentment among its subjugated populations. Ultimately, Sparta's military prowess could not compensate for its internal weaknesses. The rise of Thebes, another Greek city-state, marked a turning point. Thebes' victory at the Battle of Leuctra in 371 BC shattered the myth of Spartan invincibility and ushered in its decline. Sparta's story serves as an early example of the inherent limitations of a society built solely for war. Few empires have commanded as much power and longevity as the Ottoman Empire. Emerging from the ashes of the Byzantine Empire, the Ottomans carved out a vast domain stretching from North Africa to the gates of Vienna. Central to their success was a highly effective military machine, fueled by a unique institution, the Janissaries. The Janissaries were an elite infantry corps, composed of Christian boys taken from conquered territories. These boys underwent rigorous military training and were instilled with fierce loyalty to the Sultan. They became the backbone of the Ottoman army, spearheading its expansion for centuries. The Ottomans' military successes, however, masked underlying weaknesses. Their reliance on conquest for territorial expansion fostered a culture of militarism that, while initially successful, proved unsustainable in the long run. The empire's failure to adapt to changing military technologies and tactics led to its gradual decline. By the 19th century, the Ottomans were viewed as the sick man of Europe, plagued by internal strife and external pressure. Their once feared Janissaries, mired in corruption and inefficiency, became a symbol of the empire's decay. The Ottoman Empire's demise, though a slow and complex process, highlights the dangers of becoming overly reliant on military might for survival. In the heart of Europe, a distinct form of militarism took root in Prussia. Unlike other European powers, Prussia emerged as a major force not through vast wealth or resources, but through its formidable military strength. This emphasis on military power was deeply ingrained in Prussian culture and institutions. The Prussian army, renowned for its discipline and efficiency, became a model for other European nations. Under the leadership of figures like Frederick the Great, Prussia punched above its weight in European politics, securing victories against larger and wealthier opponents. However, Prussia's military achievements came at a cost. The emphasis on military preparedness permeated all aspects of Prussian society, fostering a culture of obedience and militarism. This legacy would have a profound impact on the development of Germany, culminating in the rise of Nazi Germany. Section 5. Nazi Germany. The Wehrmacht and Total War. The rise of Nazi Germany stands as a chilling example of militarism taken to its horrifying extreme. Fueled by a toxic ideology of racial superiority and expansionism, Nazi Germany embarked on a campaign of aggression. At the heart of this aggression was the Wehrmacht, the Nazi German armed forces. Exploiting innovative tactics like blitzkrieg, a strategy that combined rapid armoured thrusts with overwhelming air power, the Wehrmacht achieved stunning victories in the early years of World War II. However, these successes were built on a foundation of brutality and disregard for human life. The Nazi regime's obsession with military dominance led to the systematic extermination of millions in the Holocaust, one of the darkest chapters in human history. In the end, Nazi Germany's military ambitions proved to be its undoing. The regime's overreach, coupled with the combined might of the Allied powers, led to its defeat in 1945. The ruins of the Third Reich served as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked militarism. Section 6. The Soviet Union. From Tsarist autocracy to red superpower. Emerging from the chaos of the Russian Revolution, the Soviet Union inherited a legacy of authoritarianism and military power. Under Joseph Stalin, the Soviet Union transformed into a totalitarian state, focused on industrialization and military build-up. During World War II, the Soviet Union played a pivotal role in defeating Nazi Germany. The Red Army, despite early setbacks, proved to be a formidable force. The war's end did not bring peace to the Soviet Union. Instead, it ushered in the Cold War, a new era of global confrontation. Locked in an ideological struggle with the United States, the Soviet Union developed a nuclear arsenal. The focus on military might came at a high price. Its command economy stifled innovation and efficiency. The suppression of dissent created a climate of fear and paranoia. By the 1980s, the Soviet system began to crumble. The Soviet Union's focus on military might came at a high price. Its command economy, while effective in mobilizing resources for war, stifled innovation and efficiency. The suppression of dissent and individual liberties created a climate of fear and paranoia. By the 1980s, the Soviet system, crippled by economic stagnation and internal unrest, began to crumble. The Soviet Union's collapse in 1991 marked the end of an empire built on military power and ideological rigidity.